across the cosmosphere, across the atomatosphere, and whatever you fear. I never was one to believe in no-win scenario. No such thing, I reckon. Now the flight of the 420 has now landed. It's time to get off. You gotta get on if you want to get off, I reckon. Where's the bongos at? Where they at?
They're out there, actually.
Oh yeah, we got
I was talking to him earlier. Are you cool with like a half hour to 45-minute set?
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you know like when we hit a half hour.
Okay. That's about our normal.
All right.
I'm gonna play Twitch right now. Maybe a song we don't do? Okay, you don't care. I'm asking people if I have permission to play songs because I have the microphone. Smashing Pumpkins. Hey baby, Lisbon's red hot cinnamon. Gonna taking it down the road. Could be in heaven, could be dead while I'm driving like a King Midget. Going right down the road. Driving like a King Midget. Don't know where to go. Maverick spirit, love adventure. Well, hey, little bit with a red dress on. Way here and bigger down. Just take off my dress and my berries are racing. Line up and doors, I'm building new stars. Got that King Midget, and I know where to go. Got that King Midget, going right down the road. Woo! There's some Super Bowl music for you guys. You ready for some football? I just found out the Super Bowl is like tomorrow or Sunday or something. Nobody knows around here. That's awesome.
Nobody cares.
I got this helmet on. It says, can you guys read that? I found it in the back of my car on the way here. I'm rooting for the Green Bowl Packers all the way. 2011. Shit, what else do I know? What's that?
You know anything like Shel Silverstein?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, does he actually make like music too?
Yeah, dude.
Is it like bizarre shit?
He used to hang out with Wavy Gravy and shit.
I don't even.
He was like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
what's the name of that one song? It was like The Perfect High.
He wrote children's books, man.
No, he wrote books that children liked.
Alright, cool. Fair enough.
Much different. He's actually not alive anymore, but he was fucking cool. So YouTube that shit, man. I'm serious.
Alright.
He wrote a lot of cool stuff.
Cool, man. What's your name?
Rob.
Robbie?
No.
Robert. Yeah. Nicholas, man. Good to meet you.
Try this song real quick. For the funk of it.
For the funk of it?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I was sitting backstage at a festival in Germany, talking to a cute fair-skinned brunette, when I asked her if she wanted to have a beer and if she liked our sin. can't remember the chords progression.
What up? Bored to Death by G.G. Allen.
No.
G.G. fucking Allen, hell yeah.
It's hard to be DJ Allen and live long.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's just hard to be G.G. Allen in the first place.
No, it's not.
He was like the only
Get
guy that
fucked
really
up.
lived up to the
Fuck
shitty
shit
stuff
up.
he like sang about.
Dude, oh.
I heard some
Pop.
jokes on the way here. So, I have this cousin, right? And he has HD, ADD, high definition attention deficit disorder. Barely ever pays attention, but when he does, it's amazingly clear. I went into the store the other day and I asked the guy, I was like, do you have any maps that aren't aerial views? The guy started weeping openly. I said, is the blue the sky or the water? He said, just get out of my store. I painted a mural of Jesus and Santa Claus on a seesaw. Jesus was on the low side even though he weighed less because he's Jesus.
Walks on water, dude.
What did Jesus ever do for Santa Claus on his birthday? Don't think about it, it doesn't mean anything.
Jesus got Santa Claus's job. That's perfect.
So I went to this doctor the other day, went to the waiting room and just sat down. And then the doctor's like, do you have an appointment? It's like, no, I'm just waiting. Well, what are you waiting on? Nothing, just avoiding the moments. It's like, well, do you want to see the doctor? He's like, well, I'm like, what kind of doctor is he, you know? It's like, well, he's a podiatrist, he's a foot doctor. I'd like to see a man that tall. So then a 12-inch man walked out into the waiting room. He said, take off your shoes. I'm like, alright. He's like, you look fine. Take off your shoes, I said. So he took off his shoes and he's like, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know, I've seen bigger feet on a bird. Then he started dancing and whistling really loud, and then I left. What you think was gonna happen? So I was looking up pornographic bootleg SpongeBob the other day. And I was eating soup on a table that was wobbly. It was all wobbling around. I didn't want to spill the soup, so I took my keys and put it underneath the wobbly leg so that I didn't have to spill the soup, you know? Then I had to go to the store to get some burlap to make crazy crafts that I was just thinking of at the time, and I had to make a decision. Should I go to the store and get the keys and spill the soup, or should I just eat the soup and then get the keys? So after much deliberation, I decided to go to the store, got the keys, and I didn't spill the soup, which pissed me off so bad that I threw the soup against the wall, and I kind of like the pattern that it made on the wall. So I took pictures of the soup on the wall, wanting to make paintings of it for later so that I could sell them back to myself, because I am a private collector.
You're crazy.
I went to Blockbuster the other day and I wanted to rent a movie. I couldn't remember the title of it, you know? I was like, dude, hey dude, like, do you remember that one that has Nicolas Cage and Winona Ryder, and they had those submarines that were made out of styrofoam, and they lost the war because their submarines wouldn't sink. This is like, no, that's a dream that you had. I was like, dude, how do you know that? He said, you were in here last week trying to rent the same thing. You know, the New Testament's pretty old. You know, the Earth is bipolar. I used to have like a night light in my room that was the Earth, and it would like glow in the dark. And I thought that, you know, when the teacher in like 3rd grade showed me a picture of the Earth taken from outer space, I was like, oh, that's the bedroom in my floor, in my bedroom. Wherever I was where I was sleeping, I had the nightlight. You know. Once when I was in 3rd grade, the teacher told me that I had a skeleton inside of myself. It freaked me out so bad. After that, every Halloween, I would just go naked. I'd be like, don't think of the skin, don't think of the skin. Getting low on the barrel, maybe? Barrel, a bottle, a bam basket, bottle and boozers, brothers. Throw some poetry in there. I hope you guys don't mind. It's just...
Is this rehearsed?
I was just listening to stuff on the way here. So, this is a true story, actually. I was, in a cop car, you know, because I'm always in a cop car. And, like, you know, he's like, put your hands on the dashboard, don't move until the drug dogs get here. I'm like, alright, cool. Hey, officer, do you like golf? It's like, oh, I'm kind of good at golf, yeah, like, I can golf, you know? It's just like, oh, man, well, I'm not very good, but I hit a guy once. I thought I was pretty good because I hit the guy in 1. I was like, if you hit a guy in 2, you're just an asshole. And the cop's just like, oh, he didn't really laugh at all.
They never do.
We have a bass amp has arrived and we are about to perform a set for the Underground Airplane.
That's a sweet name.
I am so stoked. Psyched.